a side table for any of you who watch our, I guess, TikToks.
Yeah, table.
We got a side table, so you don't see me struggling to get my water anymore.
Yeah. I'm still gonna do the weird backwards thing and make sure this stuff's recording behind me, but, you know.
That TikTok that says Jesse doing Jesse things.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing every time.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
What an exciting day of updates we have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We've interrupted our regularly scheduled programming to bring you this last-minute episode.
Yeah.
To provide you updates on the ever-important Fyre Festival 2.
It's so freaking important, dude.
Super duper.
It's important to me, who can't afford a ticket.
I mean, just the observation of the shit show that is the Fyre Festival 2 is very interesting.
It's a whirlwind.
So, last we left off, everything was just,
being planned.
yeah, but debatably up in the air. Nobody really had any idea what was going to happen or not happen.
Yeah.
And,
We got some updates.
yeah, so today is the April 11th.
Yeah.
So this is everything that we know.
11th. Things will probably come out between now and when
tomorrow.
we release this. Yeah, literally. But this is what we have right now, and if you're not a person who follows it on social media or on anything, here's your update. You don't have to do the research. We're doing it for you.
Perfect.
Great. So it was originally supposed to take place on Isle...
Isla?
Mm-mm. Oh,
Mujeres.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Isla,
yes.
Isla Mujeres.
Yeah. They announced it, and very shortly after, their government came out of Isla...
Mujeres.
Thank you. It said, no, we don't know you. Doesn't exist. Not happening. You need permits? We declining, even if you try. So Billy finds a new place. Billy McFarland. And he decides that it is now going to take place in Playa del Carmen. Right? Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was Playa Mujeres.
No, Playa del Carmen. I have it here.
Okay. Interesting that we still don't know if he actually applied for the permits, do we? In Isla.
No.
We don't know.
I mean, according to Billy, yeah.
I thought that I don't know if we read a post that said that he did or didn't. Like an insider was like, oh, he did apply for them and they are just lying. Or because it is Mexico. I mean.
Yeah.
You know.
It's hit and miss there.
They could be doing whatever they want to do.
Right. So he recently, and I mean, I think it was this week or it was the end of last week, like within the past 10 days, he posted on Instagram the documents to prove that this is legit. So there were 14 documents, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to read them all. So there's Artist Invitation Letter A, Artist Invitation Letter B, Initial Permit A, Initial Permit B, Tourism Permit, Special Events Permit Bill A, Special Events Permit Bill B, Special Event Permit Government Payment, times 2. There's 2 of those. Environmental Permit A, Environmental Permit B, Government of PDC and Secretary of Citizen Security. I guess it's like a picture of their Instagram account. I don't really know why.
Okay.
Secretary of Citizen Security Twitter post. I'm assuming all of these are saying, like, get ready for Fyre Fest.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thing. And then a screen recording of the government, of the PDC's official Instagram account. So he posts all of these. I did see them when he posted them, and I think I sent them to you or the Discord. I think it was the Discord I sent them to.
Okay.
And they all looked pretty realistic, but I can't read Spanish. They were in Spanish.
Okay.
So, were they real? I don't know. But I do know there was 100% a receipt for over $52,000 that he paid someone.
Okay.
Or some organization. There was a receipt. It said, thank you for your payment. It had the total on it. All of that. So he goes on. He goes live. And interviews about the new location.
Okay.
It seems all happy-go-lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And then the communications office of Playa del Carmen issued a statement revealing that they had no record or planning of this event.
Okay, but there's already all of this information that says they did.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're like, nah.
Yeah, Reddit is telling me. If you guys don't have fucking Reddit, and you are a deep diver like me, 100% need it.
No, if you're just a person that needs to find out anything
if you're
ever,
a person, period.
you should be on Reddit. Reddit is the most incredible source for both, like, linked factual studies and or news articles and an unsurmountable amount of anecdotal evidence for things you might be experiencing. Put in words that you can actually find. Like, we'll get back to the topic real quick. But if you're like experiencing some sort of weird medical thing and you type it in the way you would describe it and then add Reddit to your Google search, I guarantee you're going to find somebody that wrote it the exact same way.
You used to always say, put Reddit at the end of that.
Yeah.
I would research something.
Because chances are that you're going to put in that information and someone's going to be able to tell you the actual name of the thing.
Yeah.
That will then lead you to be able to find the thing you're looking for.
Well,
it's fantastic. Reddit is amazing.
It took me a while to get Reddit, but I did get Reddit.
Sponsor us, Reddit. I don't think they do anything like that, but...
No.
Anyway.
I did get Reddit, and like every other day a post pops up, like as a notification. I don't remember joining the Fyre Festival community. I might have, but I don't remember doing that. But boy, oh boy, do I get every fucking update posted.
That's good. You need
it's
that.
Great. It's so great. Apparently, this is all like, you know, there are no receipts, but an insider, he says that he works with Billy in something. I don't know if he works for Billy, but he is in the organization that's doing all the Fyre stuff. He popped up last week, either last Friday or Saturday, possibly Sunday, and said, hey, I'm an insider. The event has been canceled and we've known since Tuesday. Billy was supposed to make the official announcement on Friday, or today if it was Friday. I just know that it was supposed to be Friday. But instead, he chose to post a story saying, who do you want to see at Fyre Fest? And the company or the organization that's doing it made him take it down as soon as they saw it, because it was supposed to be, they approved his statement and everything to release that it was canceled, and instead he's like, let's give it a go. But it's canceled. I'm very confused about this.
So has anybody else came out publicly, other than the sketchy government situation, to say this isn't happening?
Except for the people that work with him.
But no one has publicly officially said...
No, not a name.
Okay.
There's no name basis here.
Okay.
For someone to be a factual person where you can research and say, oh yeah, they do have something to do with it. No. They also posted... No, it wasn't them. It was someone else. Posted a screenshot that they bought a ticket for it.
Oh yeah, and it had been refunded.
Yeah, so on soldout.com, that's where they bought their ticket rather than the Fyre Fest website. And they got an email saying like, hey, we're refunding your ticket. And they did get a refund. I rechecked on that last night.
Yeah.
The refund has hit their account. Which, in an email that I read last night, because I believe that there's 3 posts that I've seen like that, it said that they were being refunded because they originally posted a ticket for Isla, but it changed locations, and that's not what they were paying for, so they got their money back.
Right.
They didn't say, like, hey, the event has been canceled.
Right.
But they did refund them.
Right.
The ticket, which
isn't necessarily a confirmation of cancellation.
No, but I also have bought tickets to concerts, and it was postponed, and I never got a refund for it.
Yeah, but okay, in my opinion, that's the shady business dealings of like Ticketmaster and stuff, and not
Soldout.com.
Not the fault of the actual like venue or the artists themselves necessarily. I always thought that stuff was like the ticket vendor bullshit, because they don't want to lose out on money. They're like, here, we sold 25,000 seats. Chances are most of these people aren't going to be able to come to the rescheduled one, but we're not going to refund them because why would we want to lose the money? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I think that's because I think I read in that Reddit that they were like, maybe they were holding all the money.
So all of the money, according to my very dependable sources on Reddit, according to them, Billy has not been able to touch a single dime in this project. It's all in an account that he doesn't have access to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because
rightfully so.
Because it said like, I didn't know you could escrow $3.64 or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. So he doesn't have access to the money, according to, again, my very reputable people on Reddit.
Reddit is obviously...
Their name is like Capable Broomstick or some shit.
Reddit's... BT dubs. The automatically created Reddit usernames are just like top tier.
Mine's Capable Cow.
Capable Cow? I wonder what mine is.
It's really great.
Let me see.
I did put... For a while, I was just creeping, so I didn't put any of my info on there, but since I'm trying to use it for podcast stuff, now I do have my info on it. But my name is still Capable Cow.
Okay, mine's really lame. Mine's...
At least I gave you a 69.
I guess.
That's the funny part
That's what I've always wanted, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I had something else to say regarding this exact... Oh, yes, again, on Reddit, I went on,
I'm gonna have to beep that out. I'm gonna have to beep that out. Hold on. I'm not giving people my Reddit username.
No one's gonna look you up. Are you active on Reddit? Are you posting on Reddit?
I don't know if I've ever posted on Reddit.
Exactly!
Either way, nobody's getting my username.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
I fucking lost my train of thought again. What?
I don't know what you were gonna say.
Oh! Yeah, someone posted. Looks like Mexico played a Billy on Billy. Sweet karma. Like, the tables have turned. Apparently, Mexico did take his money. Like, these are not fake receipts.
Yeah.
But something with tariffs. And
they're like, oh, well, you and Trump are basically the same person, I guess. So we're just going to take your money.
There's something about tariffs that are happening that they're like, no, you can't now. No refund for you.
Okay, I'm just saying. If I were Billy, Mexico's not the place.
It's cheap.
Okay, but the thing is, like...
So is the Bahamas, and he still couldn't do it.
Not a single... I don't trust anything in Mexico.
It's sketch magetch.
Like, outside of arriving, once I'm actually inside a resort...
You're good.
I believe that the people in the resort...
They're real people, they're not AI.
that those, like, the resort itself is probably not gonna, like, take me to jail, but they might. Still, I truly believe, and I know that I'm, like, paranoid
Yes.
most of the time,
Yeah.
but I truly believe that the Mexican police could straight up walk into any resort, pick me up, take me to jail, and no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, no.
You know? I think that could happen anytime to anyone, ever. I do feel like it's less likely to happen inside the resort, but...
But if you don't come home next time, I know why.
It could be. I feel that way more about Mexico than I do any other country I could go to.
I think I'm automatically going to die the moment I step foot in Jamaica.
If you're on a resort, you're so much less likely to get messed with.
Yeah, no, I think that if I make it to the resort, I'm good.
Yeah. I know you said you're, like, worried about the airport and stuff.
The airport and the drive. Like, if it doesn't come with a private transfer, I'm not interested.
Do you take wire transfer?
You didn't do it right. Here, let me do it. Hold on. Do you take wire transfer? No, the Bahama or the Jamaica probably doesn't.
Probably not. Anyway.
I also want to say on the website, the fine print, buying the ticket, the fine print that none of us fucking read, and then we get pissed off that we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is in quotes. Refunds and exchanges. All ticket sales are final. No refunds or exchanges. Event cancellation / changes. We may cancel any event at any time in our sole discretion. Further, event date, time, location, and talent are subject to change, and any change will not be considered a cancellation of the event.
Okay.
You buy a ticket, you're fucked.
Well, I guess that's why you choose
I'm not reading that fine print.
I mean, that guy on Reddit bought from Sold Out or whatever, and that apparently was a good move on their part.
Rather than buying from the Fyre website. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I think if I was selling tickets for an event, the only time I would be refunding them is out of good faith. I think that all of my fine print would also say it's not refundable. But
if you cancel the event?
If I personally canceled the event out of good faith, I think morally I would return the money. But if somebody else canceled the event on me, I think I'd be suing them and getting the money back from them first.
Yeah, you'd get the money back from them, and then you would. Okay. According to the New Musical Express, the permits that Billy McFarland has obtained grants authorization for a 250-person max capacity between the hours of midnight and 4 a.m.
Okay.
I believe there was tickets for 2,000 people.
Okay, but that's between midnight and 4 a.m. What is this permit for between? Is that so he can do nighttime things?
It's for the festival, because it goes on to say the permit also doesn't allow any live performances to be held at the venue, saying that it allows Fyre Festival 2 to only utilize music grabata, which translates to recorded music. No live performances there.
And they're only allowed to have 250 people between midnight and 4 a.m.
Yes.
I would assume that between the hours of 4:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. that there would be no limitations to the number of people.
How are you going to pick and choose who can stay?
I have no idea. But if most of your event is taking place during the day, I don't know if that's necessarily like...
That would not work for us. That's our nap time.
Between 4:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m.?
Well, no, we're definitely... Even if we were permitted to stay during that time, that's my sleep time.
Between midnight and 4 a.m.
I mean,
I'm normally
we
asleep.
might stay till 1. I'm getting real wild over here.
I mean, I want to say that we were back to the house.
Nashville?
Yeah.
There was one night that I remember I was like, we need to leave because the bar's shutting down soon and I don't want to be in the bar traffic.
Was that with your sister, right?
No.
That was with our men?
I think so. I think we normally left around 1, between 1 and 1:30. Because we did not go out until 9:10.
Right, of course.
So, I just remembered how Morgan Wallen fucking yeeted a chair out of a window. Oh my god, that man.
He has made such an interesting, like, character arc between then and now.
He's trash. Music, incredible. Person, trash. Him and Billy, he's probably fucking going.
Doubt it.
Yeah, well, I also, we're going back to Billy McFarland and the music festival.
We keep diverting by accident.
Yeah, but we're doing pretty good getting back pretty quick. Billy also added, he put it on, I know he put it on Instagram, I think he put it on TikTok as well. It was a whole skit about, this is going to be, you know, I want to talk in a Trump voice when I think of him. It's not even close to a Trump voice, but that's how I feel he would talk.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
I just want, side note. So he says it's the video talking about, like, this is real. Stop questioning me.
Like that he posted on Instagram or something?
Yes.
Okay, so he posted this video on Instagram.
I think TikTok as well. Yeah.
And TikTok.
Quote, he says, if you and your friends want to ATV through the jungle with a Super Bowl champion, if you want to swim with the sharks with a pop star, or if you want to learn MMA on the beach with a UFC champion, DM me and I will personally help you and your friends get set up. I don't really want to do any of that.
Yeah, okay, so the thing that I'm getting at here in my brain is that why do I want to do these specific experiences with, like, what made him think I want to do that? Like
during a music festival.
You want to swim with sharks with a pop star during a music festival? It just seems like a weird, you know, like a
It feels like he got all these ideas in jail, right? He wrote it in his little notebook. And each time he got an idea, he wrote it down, he picked it up, he folded the piece of paper, he threw it all in a hat. He got to take the hat home, and instead of choosing 1 or 2, he took all of them.
Those are just such, I don't know, like...
He's like swimming with Miley Cyrus and a shark. Fucking A1 content there.
I mean, yeah, totally, I guess. But also, like, who's realistically trying to do that?
I don't...
Also, don't we all, as a whole, mostly just, like, hate famous people and their like, rich detachment from the world?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Are we kind of just like, fuck them?
But no, I won't say that, because I feel like some younger rich kids would absolutely be like, Mom, I need $5,000 so I can buy a ticket so I can meet Antonio Brown.
Mind you, they think Antonio Brown's a musical artist and not a football player.
The whirlwind that fucking took me on, when I'm like, he must be throwing a football, and you're like, he's a musical artist.
This feels like
what?
This feels like that moment where people were like, Post Malone made Ozzy Osbourne famous.
Oh my god. Yeah, or the moment where people were like, have you heard Halsey's new song, Lucky?
That was the thing that happened?
Yes. It's Britney
Like
Spears.
by Britney. Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say by Britney Spears.
Yes. Yeah, younger kids were like, "Oh, her song's so good," and I'm like, "That I listened to that song when I was 5, and it wasn't by Halsey. That's not real."
That's really funny.
I'm kind of out of the loop with that stuff though too, because I'm like, Zach, listen to this new song, and I play it, and he's like, Elvis played this in 1622. So sometimes I fall into that category, but I didn't with Britney Spears.
Okay, but it is okay. This is maybe this is equally out of touch. I don't know, but like, it's very different when you grew up with literally all of the information at your fingertips. You're 7 years old and everything is possibly there for you.
Right.
In 2018, you know?
Yeah.
Like, everything was there for you when you were a teenager that you wanted to look at. Versus, like, the internet still, at least at my, like, it was not that... There were kids in school who didn't have internet at home.
Yeah. Dial-up internet was a big thing when I was in, like, middle
Yeah, there were
school.
kids that still had to go to the public library to, like, use the internet because they didn't have it after school for, like, research projects.
I also want to add, for those of you who are too fucking young to know, Riley, dial-up internet... Kiwi. Dial-up internet is where you could either use your internet or your phone.
Yeah.
Like a home phone, because those did exist then. I don't know if you know that, Riley.
My dad had a business line on the house, so we could have internet on the home phone, and we could use the business line at the same time.
You guys were bougie as fuck.
Yeah.
I was
Two
not.
phone lines.
I don't ever remember... I don't think we ever had dial-up, though.
Really?
I don't think so. I know I never remember having dial-up, but I remember my childhood best friend, she had dial-up, and we would, like, who fucking know? We were probably on, like, Club Penguin or something, and it would pop up on her computer, like, incoming phone call.
Oh. I wonder what fancy provider did that. Probably AOL.
I don't know. It would say, like, either the name or the phone number.
Yeah.
And then if it was important, we had to, like, hurry up, shut down the internet, and go tell mom.
The funny part is you had to, like, on your Windows 95 or 98 computer to bring out the thing and it said disconnect to, like...
Yes, disconnect the internet.
Disconnect the internet.
Yeah, we had to, like, hurry up and do that, and, like, her computer was, I believe, in the basement, because they have, like, a finished basement, and I'd, like, run up the stairs and be like, ah! It's my mom!
What a wild time that was to be alive then. My dad was a broadcast engineer for a couple radio stations, so, like, we had internet real early on.
Well, yeah.
And we had computers, obviously, because, like, he was doing programming stuff with the radios and all of that. I know that we had it, like, really early, but... I don't know, man. I shouldn't have had unfiltered access to the internet at, like, 8 years old.
I don't remember really researching anything on the internet when I was young. I would go on Club Penguin, and I would go on RuneScape, which...
I don't think RuneScape was really child appropriate.
I had no idea what was happening.
I think. You know what? I'm sure, like, somebody that listens to this...
Played RuneScape,
played RuneScape, and they can tell us, because I didn't play it, but...
No, I think RuneScape is what I'm thinking of. It was very pixelated.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course.
I'm sure that there was an end goal, but my 10-year-old brain had no idea what it was. I just ran around with a sword.
I played a game called Pets. And you know this because of, like, the
Nintendo,
DS.
yeah.
Okay, but originally, a company called PF Magic, which was then bought by Ubisoft, which now makes lots of games like Assassin's Creed. I don't fucking care. PF Magic, which was then bought by Ubisoft, who makes games like... They make Assassin's Creed and some other stuff. Not a great company, gotta say.
Okay.
Not great. Anyway, they made this game called Pets, P-E-T-Z. It was cats, C-A-T-Z, and dogs, D-O-G-Z.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, back in the day, for whatever reason, I have no idea why, this shit took off on the internet. Like, it was a game that you played on your computer, but if you press the spacebar to take a picture of the pet, it would confirmation like AKC show pose. Okay.
Okay.
Like, posing, right?
Yeah.
So the internet took off, and they were like, we're going to do pets shows online on the internet. You're going to post a little picture of your dog. We're going to judge all your dogs.
I love it.
Yeah, got real deep in that.
I love that.
Shout out to the Pets Kennel Club. That was, you can still go to their website. But it was more intense than that, because the pets, they were like not, I don't know how good the graphics were, or if they were even like pixelated graphics.
Yeah.
But we're playing this on like Windows 95 computers.
Yeah.
So it's not great.
Yeah.
People went on, edited the files, like the coded files.
Stop.
To make the breed files, like out of the adoption center, come out and look like more and more and more realistic. Insane. I should show you some pictures of what they looked like. It got super for real.
Who is doing this? What is their job now?
Thousands of people.
They work for the FBI.
Insane. It was really impressive back in the day, because this was like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like, as like a little kid, I'm like, this is incredible. I'm having so much fun.
As an adult, I'm like, this is incredible.
I'm having so much fun.
I could never.
It shut down in like the mid to late 2000s.
They still have it for DS though.
No, the game's still available. It's just that the community that like was like a big deal.
I'm sure there's a Reddit community.
Honestly, there probably is.
Yeah.
I would feel too embarrassed at this point to be playing a game from 1995 that doesn't have any point.
Yo, bring back fucking Neopets.
They did.
That's what I want for my birthday this year.
Play Neopets?
Yeah.
I'll make a Neopets account for you.
You have to have a Neopet though.
We can play Neopets together.
Are you sure that it...
Yeah.
I'm looking it up.
It's a different game now.
Neopets.
Yeah. They changed it, but it's back. It came back recently. Look at that star.
It won't load for me right now. Hey, that's all I have.
Look at it. Look at it.
That's all I have on Billy McFarlane.
No, we have more.
So we know. Oh.
Somebody made a parody.
Ah!
Somebody made a firefestival3.com or .com? I forget. They made a Fyre Festival 3 website.
It's if you want to look it up, because it is funny. It's fyre3.com.
Yeah, and it's actually just making fun of him.
The headliner says, "Third time's a charm."
Yeah, and the Sisyphus thing is like a Greek tale, like Greek mythology tale about a guy that just kept pushing a rock up a hill and it'd roll back down. So he keeps trying.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's like it's a joke to make fun of him, but he just keeps trying and failing. I mean,
I saw this and I sent it to you. I didn't send it to you for you to look at it. I know you did, and that's fine. I sent it to you so I could look at it later.
Oh, the picture too is really funny because it's just a burning pile of money.
Money, yeah. This is Step into the Unknown. Rub elbows with a pro pickleballer.
Sing karaoke with a zebra. This is the dumbest shit. He's so embarrassing.
Wait, what happens at Fyre 3 is anyone's guess. Literally, anyone. No one has any fucking idea what's going to happen. Like, literally no one.
Whoever did that was a genius, honestly. What a fantastic thing.
This is terms of service. Don't worry about reading those. Any reports about no refunds, no promises of amenities, no guarantees of venue or lineups, no liability for fraud or damages, or no class action lawsuits are fake news.
Not to spoil all the fun for the people that want to go look at this website, but
I'm not doing it.
There's
I'm
a
not gonna
photo.
Anymore.
There's a photo on there of the original Fyre Festival, like
yeah, it's right above terms of service, and you guys will see this and be like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it looked, and it was bad. I need you to look at that page real quick.
Why don't you just cash at me? I want to know. Oh my god. Did you read this part?
Yeah, I just
Fyre Festival 3, come April 2026. Playa del Carmen with a line through it. Quintana Roo with a line through it. Great Exuma with a line through it. Circled. Manhattan Federal Court. It's happening there. Yeah, buddy.
Someone on Reddit also made, and I already looked, it's not for purchase right now, but I'm definitely buying it for our pod room.
Oh my god,
and hanging it by its neck right in the middle.
No, you can't open it. It might become a collector's item someday.
Okay, we'll just tape it to the wall.
Yeah, just tape it to the wall.
And it is a, what do you call it?
It's a Billy McFarlane action figure.
Yes, action figure. That's what I was looking
Yeah.
for. And it comes with him in a jumpsuit with handcuffs.
Yeah.
$100 bill, a tent, a thing that says permit, 2 tickets, and a little styrofoam box with 2 pieces of bread and
Oh my
a
God.
piece of cheese.
I love the throwback to Fyre
Yes.
Festival original.
And then the second one, there's 2 different ones that they made. The second one is just him in like normal clothes. It has the $100 bill, the permit, the tent.
Wait, there's 2 different versions of this doll?
Yeah. Yeah. 2 tickets. One says ticket and one says no refunds.
Perfect.
And then the second sandwich they got a little bougie with.
Ooh.
So it looks as though there is 3 or 4 pieces of bread,
Oh, wow.
a piece of cheese, and a thing of lettuce.
Nice. Cheese and lettuce.
I bet that one's at least $1,000.
Yeah, I bet.
For sure. That
Wow.
lettuce and extra bread. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. That's all on Billy. I don't have much more, but I felt like that stuff was really important to have. And people are going to want to know.
Yeah.
And most people, like, don't have the mental capacity, not that they're dumb. I wanna
Nobody
make that
wants to
clear.
research this shit.
Right. They don't have the brain functionality at the end of their day to do it.
Who,
because we're
honestly-
all burnout. Not that you're dumb.
Thank God we're here for you guys.
Yeah.
So we can waste our precious brain
I am working all day, Monday through Thursday, and I am also like, hey, let me spend my extra 6 hours of time I have through all of the days and research. Because people want to know. And who am I to disappoint our fans? Who am I to say no? I'm not fans.
I take all 10 brain cells to support you
That's like,
and whatever you're learning about.
that reminds me of TikTok, how I was like very popular on TikTok and then I left. And like a year later I was like, I wonder if my fans miss me. Let me say, I was never viral as in people were commenting and stuff on my shit. I was doing TikTok dances and stuff.
Yeah.
I had no fans.
No.
They
No.
liked me and followed me and that was that. We didn't communicate. This was no community
Oh my
whatsoever.
God.
But every once in a while.
They totally miss you.
Well, it was
For sure.
I was off for 4 years, and every like 6 months, I'd look at Zach and be like, "I wonder if my fans miss me on TikTok."
We really missed the boat there because let's be honest with ourselves, had we just not
I should have
had,
continued.
had we just had like a little bit less humility, then perhaps we could have made it. Kaylee and I talk about that a lot. If we would have just been a little more shameless in 2020, we could be millionaires now. But
If I would have kept that going,
there's a chance. You would have been famous enough to like
my first month on TikTok, I gained over 10,000 followers in 1 month.
yeah,
I grew so fast.
the algorithm was doing the algorithming at the time.
They were doing great.
Yeah. There was not as much shutting down of the creator, the people trying to make money thing.
Yes.
You know, like that wasn't really happening.
And there wasn't
then.
a lot of like news on there either. It wasn't meant like when TikTok back then, it was not like an informative thing.
It was really like, well, okay, so
It was not reviewing products.
there was 30-second clips in the originally, right?
10 to 30, I think.
Yeah. So it was like the new Vine.
Maybe it might have went to 60 seconds.
I think you had to like unlock that. Like you had to have like a certain number of followers.
Okay.
I think that was not available to everyone.
Okay.
I think. Man, should have kept Vine around. That was peak internet. Truthfully, 7-second videos, peak internet.
I just listened to that episode
About
yesterday
Vine?
on the way home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to listen to music, so I put on one of our older episodes, and I can hear it in my head, but I don't know exactly what you say, but you yell.
Free Shabak!
Yes! That lives in my head.
Okay, so the video, the Vine itself, you could search fresh avocado is what it says, but it's a sign. I don't know if it's a Taco Bell or like what, but the person and I don't know if I can't remember if like the letters are spaced out. Okay, like on the big, the big sign with the letters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
like in front of a
McDonald's
restaurant.
sign,
Yeah. Okay, so I think it's spaced out in a way that makes them say free shavacado instead of
supposed to say?
fresh avocado.
Oh!
It's just pronounced funny.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
But they say free shavacado, like in that weird,
like
screechy, loud yell.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna have to look it up one day. Don't force it on me.
There's so many good Vines. I encourage you all to just go on YouTube and search, like, Vine compilation, like, funniest Vine, and just watch, like, the top 30 funniest Vines.
That's a good, like...
Hilarious.
Well, you don't have to use your brain.
Oh my god, and they're so short. They're 7 seconds, and you're just gonna laugh at every single one of them, pretty much, because they're all so funny.
Yeah, Vine was really funny.
Internet.
Hey, what's your favorite fast food restaurant?
Define fast food.
I'm hungry.
I like Panda Express.
No.
You asked me what my favorite...
Yeah, do you want food? I'm starving, and I want a DoorDash.
You could have led with that.
Well, I was hoping you would automatically be like Taco Bell, and I'd be like, I'm getting you Taco Bell today, but it didn't work. So
sorry. I ate a half a pound of sausage before I came here. I literally got out of bed at 8:40. I think it was like 8:40, and I walked straight to the kitchen, and I pick up the frying pan, get out the sausage, and start cutting up sausage patties. And Cody's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I gotta eat before I go to Maggie's. I'll get hungry.
A half pound.
A half a pound of sausage? Yeah. The only reason I didn't eat the whole pound of sausage is because the fat content is, like, way too high. Oh my, please don't fucking do that. So I think that we should all, do Neopets. Wouldn't that be a fun event?
Can you buy a Neopet? Because I don't have any of my old codes.
This isn't fucking Webkins, Maggie.
That's what I was thinking of.
I remember when the pharmacy that we use now used to be on Main Street.
Yeah.
And they had, like, the gift shop in there for real, and they sold Webkins. Like,
I feel like almost every pharmacy I've been in did. Like, when I was little. Absolutely. You know why? Because they knew. They knew we were sick when we were coming in there with our mom.
You're right.
My mom's gonna buy me that $40 stuffed animal because I'm not gonna shut the fuck up until she does.
You're totally right.
Hey, they do have Webkins. I think that's what we want to do.
I don't want to do Webkins. I want to do Neopets.
Why?
Why would I want to do Webkins?
Why would you want to do Neopets?
Hold up. Most important. Does Neopets have a TikTok? Neopets. It does. 5 reasons why you shouldn't relive your childhood and make a new Neopets account. I want to know, because it feels like I should. Is it going to tell me? The official Neopets, I don't know if it's the official, it doesn't have a blue check mark, but the official Neopets TikTok says, your Neopets are dying, feed them. That's what it says.
I mean, they probably are. My Neopets are long gone. Same with my Webkins.
I love it. I just want to play this. When your owner logs off one day in 2009 and never feeds you again.
That's sad.
You're so funny. Thanks, I haven't been fed in 20 years.
That reminds me of Puffles in Club Penguin.
These are scented Neopet pins.
I don't want a pin.
I wish I had something I could put pins on, honestly, because pins are so cute because they're like 3D a little bit.
Why wouldn't you just get a cover for your bottle and then put pins on
That's a great fucking idea.
It's probably the nicest thing you've ever said to me. I have 0 good ideas. That's amazing.
You told me I was a witch on an episode previously, and that's the best compliment I've ever received.
We're so nice to each other.
I love it.
Don't come at me on TikTok.
Please. You fucking forgot my birthday, don't.
Shut up. This is like a daily thing that I think of now. Of like, when's Jesse's birthday? Did I miss it? Is it coming up? What do I do?
Cody did ask me what I wanted to do for my birthday, so.
Yeah, what do you want to do for your birthday?
I want to go to PBR.
Where?
The bar. And
There's multiple.
I don't know.
There's one in Baltimore.
There's one in like Greensburg or something.
Oh, okay.
The one here. And I want us to practice line dancing before then.
Okay.
And I want to go line dancing for my birthday.
I know some line dances. Zach and I learned them for our wedding, and then we didn't do one of them.
Zach, and you know Shivers?
We know Shivers.
And I know, I could pick it up pretty quick because I know some of it.
We know... Not Cotton Eye Joe. I don't know why that's in my head. Fuck, it's from a movie that he really wants to learn the Donald Duck dance from the movie.
The Donald Duck... Oh, no. You mean from Goofy movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that would be fun, but that's not one that we're going to hear in a bar.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So, tell them about the game.
Okay, so this is a game, it's called Talking Points. Talking Point Cards. It's actually made for couples. My husband and I played it last night, and it is okay to play. It's just like get to know someone type thing. It's definitely okay to play with friends. There are sexual cards, though. I don't want you to answer them.
I'm going to answer.
No, if I find a sexual card, I'm not answering.
I'm going to answer.
There's 4 different categories for the cards. No. And they're color-coded. So there's get to know you, engaged or newly married, longtime couples, and fun and random.
I can't wait to find out where we rank.
What? No,
how well
these are
we know
just
each
categories.
other. I know, but if we can answer the...
There were so many cards that Zach picked. Zach picked like 5 in a row last night and was like, I know all of these answers.
Yeah.
So it does not count.
That's kind of why, like, when we talked about this game, I was like, I never really thought about buying it for Cody and I because I'm really good at wanting to, like, know things about people,
yeah,
so...
These ones are good.
I'm excited.
There was a lot on these that Zach and I did not necessarily, like, know the answer to. They make you think more.
Yeah.
Rather than the Let's Get Deep.
Oh, okay.
I'm sending the Let's Get Deep with you today if you want to use it for a little bit. These are more like, what is on your bucket list? Like, name the top 5 things or stuff like that. Anyways.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Dive right in.
Okay. We're going to do fun and random.
Okay.
Okay. What would the title of your autobiography be? Hello?
I'm thinking. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking. I'm trying to make it a clever.
You want to know mine? A series of unfortunate events.
I just keep thinking like wrong turns only.
You just keep going wrong.
Or like gear shift or something because I've changed directions in my life
So much.
about 8 billion times.
So much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yours would be a series of unfortunate events.
Absolutely, dude. That's my whole life. I get ahead by 2 steps, and then I get hit by a train, and I am miles
taxes
behind.
do that to you, don't they?
Dude, taxes do it every year to me. It's so fucking frustrating. Okay, we're gonna do engaged or newly married.
Oh, good.
If social media didn't exist, how would your life be different?
For the better, for sure. But like it already doesn't.
You don't use it.
Yeah, I already don't really use it, so.
I will answer. It would be really difficult to be successful.
Yeah, that's true.
In my career, because most of my salon has been built by social media stuff. So I think that would be very difficult for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Not that I use social media on a personal level, other than memes. But business-wise, and same with you. A lot of your business, when you had one.
Oh, it was exclusively that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't have done what I did without it.
No. Definitely not.
No.
It started out with That card started out with, if we decided to have sexual intercourse.
Read the rest of the question. I want to know.
I put it back.
Oh, man.
What is the best piece of advice that you've ever given?
That I've ever given?
Yeah.
The only person that's looking out for you is you. I know that's super cold.
Yeah.
But that's true. Like, nobody has ever...
Me?
It's not that. And it's not that other people aren't looking out for you or you're not looking out for other people. But when it comes down to it, chances are you are the only person that's serving you as the number one person in your life.
Oh, definitely.
100% of the time.
Yeah.
And as a younger person, I think that that's advice that sometimes giving people need to hear. Because when you give and give and give,
Are you
expecting...
talking to me?
No.
I feel like you're talking to me.
No. I'm not. But if you need, if the shoe fucking fits, I guess, bud, take the advice.
I had talked to you at Bethany, and I said, talking to Jesse about this is so hard, because Jesse will automatically say, stop expecting things from other people.
I'm sorry for that.
I need to lower my standards for people. And I feel like if you don't fit my standards, that's a you problem. I shouldn't have to lower what I expect of you to be happy with friendship.
But then your option is to no longer be their friend.
I think that I was going to start this episode by telling you how good of a friend you were.
Oh, thanks.
But I'm really emotional and hormonal, so I'm not sure if I really think you're good. I'm just kidding.
Oh, so you...
No, but I like that there are two people in my life that I can always count on that are friends, and it's you and it's Bethany. Mm-hmm. No matter what the situation is, I know that I can count on you guys to, at very minimum, validate why I'm feeling that way. Mm-hmm. Bethany normally agrees, where she's like, I would feel the same way. And when you don't agree, you say, like, I can understand why you would feel that way, though.
Yeah.
And that is, like, top tier friendship to me, that people validate my feelings, because I don't share my feelings often. Mm-hmm. And I really appreciate that you do that for me, even when you don't agree. And it's normally about the dogs.
I mean, I'm not gonna... I guess the thing is, like, I can completely understand every time where you're coming from and why you feel that way. But, like, I'm not going to blindly fake support for things I don't agree with.
Well, you do support me. You don't just say, like, you're fucking wrong.
Oh, no, of course not. But I'm not going to lie and be like, yeah, fuck them, you're right. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't do that. It's really hard for me to pretend like that and be... because that's fake for me. I can't do that.
Well, very rarely do I have situations where I need that.
No.
It's, you know, most of my things are about clients, and you're like, yeah, fuck them. And I'm like, yeah, fuck them.
I mean...
I think that in friendship, this is a shout out to everyone, in friendship, you need to know that even though if you don't agree with the person that you're friends with, what they're venting about, they're trusting you and being very vulnerable, and at least validate and try to understand why they're feeling the way that they do, even if that's not how you see it.
Yeah.
You are really good at that.
That's a fine line we toe, because I frequently don't agree with you.
Yeah.
But
you normally do see my perspective, and
yeah,
then you play
of course.
devil's, and you show me the other perspective
of
it, and
I think sometimes, personally, that that's a really valuable thing to look at.
Right.
Because I think, at least for me, looking at it from the other person's perspective or the other situation or the outside view that I might not be feeling at that time because I'm emotional helps me calm down.
Yeah.
And say, okay, because I like to rationalize things. We know this, you know.
Over-rationalize.
But it makes me feel better because then I can let go of things. If I understand, chances are I can move forward much easier. Yeah. You know, when you don't understand, it's hard.
That's kind of a defense mechanism you have, where instead of, like, feeling the hurt, you're like, let me see why they did that, and I'm no longer hurt.
For the better or the worse, I guess. Yeah. You know?
Okay.
Did you give advice? Was that your advice that you just spouted out?
Oh. No, I didn't know you had to.
I gave my best piece of advice. We kind of went on a tangent. Did you give advice? The best piece of advice you've ever given.
I think that this is going to go business-wise, the best piece of advice I've ever given, and I continue to give to my girls, one of the first things I say when they are hired is, your clients are not your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Because clients want to know things about you, but they don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
And that's a very hard line that I learned very hard way, that my clients are not my friends.
Mm-hmm.
They are clients.
Mm-hmm. Even though they feel like friendships sometimes.
They're not.
At the end of the day, it's a business relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't be they wouldn't hang out with me outside of the salon, so they don't check on me when I'm not doing good. They're not your friends, and you don't need to. I always tell the girls, the clients are not your friends. If you would not post it on social media, you do not tell your clients.
Right.
Period.
Because they don't care.
They don't.
Yeah.
I do have clients that
right, of course,
care very deeply for me.
This is not a one size fits all. Every person is this way, but
no, but
as a blanket rule, it's a good way to function.
Proceed with business relationships are business. Period.
Yeah.
And if you make friendships, cool, but normally it's not a friendship. Okay.
Next one.
Got it. Hold on. Do you ever feel jealous if you see me talking to other attractive people?
Is that the question?
Yeah.
Other attractive people? Yeah, totally. I'm like, man, she thinks I'm so ugly now. Oh, no. I don't talk to other people.
Yeah.
So do you get jealous when I talk to Cody?
Yeah. What'd you learn a little too late in life?
What did I learn a little too late in life? That I, do the things you want to do.
Regardless.
There's not going to be some special moment where you're suddenly going to feel like this is the time that I'm ready to do it. Push your boundaries as to what you're comfortable with to a degree to experience life. The things I wish I would have done, I hope this is something I can instill in my child. The things I wish I would have explored and done and experienced as a younger person when I
didn't have responsibilities and stuff.
It's not even, I don't know, it's not even that. It's just how much more interesting and fun it would have been to do this thing at 22 than it would be to do at 35.
Right.
You know, and
totally different.
I wish I would have done it. I wish I would have prioritized my life differently to do those things and to not let my mental boundaries limit me. Mm-hmm. I thought that there were things I couldn't do because I just couldn't do them. And I wish if I were the person I am today, and I mean, I'm sure everybody feels that way.
Right.
But if I had the mental state now that I did at 22, I wish I would have had the mental state I have now because I would have done so many cool things and I wouldn't have let fear stop me from doing them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
How about you? What would you wish you would have known?
I feel like I'm still learning this currently, but it is okay that my goal for life is not the same as everyone else's as far as I have always had the littlest bit of guilt that I don't want children. Mm-hmm. Because that takes away, I mean, my mom is obviously a grandma to other kids, but that takes that away from her. And then in some ways it takes away from my friendship because I can't relate. I have multiple friends with kids and I can't relate to a lot of what they're dealing with. And we also can't have play dates, and I feel guilty in a way that I am not going to do that.
You shouldn't feel guilty about that.
I know. It's an internal thing, and also, my husband's mom, will not have the opportunity to be a grandparent either. And that makes me feel bad.
Her female children?
I don't think so.
Ever.
Well, maybe.
They're both really young.
Yeah.
You know?
They're both very young.
Things could change.
I believe that one of them is not a fan of kids.
Yeah.
The other one, I am, not that I don't want her to have kids, but I am crossing my fingers that she focuses on herself and makes herself so successful.
Mm-hmm.
That the thought of children is not even, like, in my future for her in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you can't be successful and a parent, but I think that she is going to take the route where she needs, she's going to get where she needs to be for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The next 5 years, she's going to be working on herself.
Well, that's great.
I hope.
Mm-hmm.
She's listening right now.
There's so many pros and cons to different ages of having kids, too.
Yeah.
Like, the people that had kids at 20, I wouldn't have wanted to have a kid at 20. But now I'm going to be 33, that kid would be like a teenager.
Oh, yeah, they're done.
Yeah, right?
They're done with, like, the shit part of it.
Yeah.
Literal shit. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's something that I'm still learning, that it is okay that my life does not fit the white picket fence that everyone else's does.
That was a lesson that I had to learn, too. All right. Next card.
If you got a new tattoo, what would it be of and where would you get it?
Is this just the fun and random?
Yeah.
There are some very specific tattoos that I'd really like to get.
Okay, tell me one.
I would like to get some kind of matching shoulder caps that come down my arms a little bit that are white ink only.
Yeah, you only want white.
Yeah. I think I'd like them to be like viney or something. Stringy looking, you know. Yeah, like I want like lots of like little lines
Stop.
on my shoulders.
Public service announcement. Zach and I beat Unravel last night.
Oh boy. We only made it through 10% of it that day.
We didn't do all the bonus levels yet, but as far as like the big levels, we're done.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I'm kind of mad that I didn't get to finish it with you, but okay.
Oh, we could restart it. We could absolutely restart it. No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Tattoo. Your tattoo.
My tattoo, I already have one. Not scheduled because I haven't heard back from my tattoo artist, but I want scissors for hair.
Where?
I'm gonna start this sleeve over here.
And
it's gonna say created to create. Yeah. So that's my next tattoo.
Cool.
To be continued. I don't know when it's coming because I've texted him like 4 times.
Oh, well.
And he keeps forgetting to text me back. If you could master any instrument on earth, what would it be?
Violin. Yeah. Irish style. Yep.
I just thought of the bagpipe. That's not what I want. I want the piano.
You want to play the piano?
Or the guitar.
Yeah?
The guitar is really hard. In music class, we like learned to play like the guitar.
Yeah.
I don't really know why.
Yeah, we did too.
But that was really cool, but it is also very hard. I think piano would be cool. When I was angry, I could just... If I had a piano, because I don't. I guess I'd get a keyboard.
You could.
They're like $20, kids' keyboards.
You could play on the iPad. Do you have an iPad?
No.
Oh.
Well, I do at the salon. Take my anger out at the salon.
Just play it on the little keyboards there? Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, great.
Okay. Those are, I think those are mostly sexual, so. What's your most used emoji? Mine's absolutely crying laughing.
Yeah, that's usually mine.
Yeah. That's my absolutely, like, no doubt about it. It switches between the 2 crying laughing ones.
It depends on... Oh, game night tonight? Game night tonight? I'm gonna look at what's he might.
We're going to a pottery class tonight, by the way.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah.
It's the laughing crying face followed by the... But your goofy face with the hair is number 6. That's my 6th.
Who are you sending that to? I have so many questions. Who are you sending that to?
I don't feel like I use it that much, so I'm a little surprised.
Maybe it's just because it's new.
Maybe. So that's a little taste of what that game's like. It's called, what again?
Talking Point Cards. Couples.
Talking Point Cards. Where'd you get it?
I think this might have been a Target find.
Yeah. Target has tons of good games.
They
and
do.
They often have, like, little sales on their actual board game stuff. Worthwhile place to check out for the games.
I also just ordered We're Not Strangers. Friends Edition. It's out for delivery, but it's not here yet. Honestly.
Well, we'll definitely play soon. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it was really cool. They played it on another one that I listened to, and they were, like, learning things about each other, and then, like, complimenting each other's, the way that they compliment each other. It was really nice to hear.
It'll be interesting. I'm always eager to see if games like that can tell me something about someone that I don't already know.
Right. Well, that's the whole reason
Yeah.
of the game.
Yeah.
I really enjoy playing games like this with Zach. Normally I know the answer, but, like, every once in a while it throws a curveball, and I'm like, really? I didn't know that. And I like learning.
Yeah, me too. I like that a lot.
Okay.
So if you want to check that out, we should make, like, an Amazon affiliate
I have one.
link. Maybe it'll be in our link
Linktree.
in our link tree, our little affiliate thing, and you guys
Hey,
can
remember
go
when
and...
you thought that I had an Amazon wish list for us and you didn't get to pick anything?
Yeah.
That's no.
What the fuck is up with that?
I listened to that again, and it was so fucking funny
Yeah.
when I listened to that.
I deserve to pick things out for it. Mainly so we need the Billy McFarland doll.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's two, we could have one on your side
And one on yours.
You
Wait,
could have the criminal one.
we could attach it to a string and hang it from our mics.
Oh,
So when we're mad, we can just flick him in the head.
that's a great idea.
It'd be great.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
we should get a disco ball, retractable, one that drops down. We press a little thing and it goes.
My ceiling's caving in. I'm not sure what you're gonna attach it to. The ceiling's so fucking scary over here.
I don't know.
You can figure it out, though.
All right, well, chances are you're going to find this affiliate link at some point. Go to Discord and talk to us. It'd be fun. We talk, so.
Oh my god, I forget what the beginning of this episode was even about.
That's why we together make one whole brain, you know?
Yor did it.
Yor did it.
Yor did it, I did it, Delka did it. Yep.
Okay. Until next time, friends.
Thanks for joining!
Bye!
We got one brain between us, don't you know? Two girls trying to make this show. Life and issues, highs and lows. Laugh it up, anything goes. With two girls and just one brain. Common sense is spreading thin. Talking life through joy and pain. Tune in, laugh and let us in. Got dilemmas, got our flaws. Spill the tea with no pause. Watch us laugh, breaking laws. Two minds might find lost cause. With two girls and just one brain. Common sense is spreading thin. Talking life through joy and pain. Tune in, laugh and let us in. One brain, that's all we got. Join the ride, like it or not. Taking swings, miss the shot, but our humor's always hot. With two girls and just one brain. Common sense is spreading thin. Talking life through joy and pain. Tune in, laugh and let us in. One brain, that's all we got. Join the ride, like it or not. Taking swings, miss the shot, but our humor's always hot. With two girls